Hello, I'm Michael of M.O.D Catering Services. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to decorate a two-tier cream cake. Yes, please. And also color or cover your cake in gold. That our base tier is going to be all gold and the top is going to be white with some fresh flowers. Yes, please. So I mostly coat my cake board with glucose, that's edible glucose, before sticking my main cake to it. Yes, that helps hold your cake together till you get to your final destination or your venue. So try that out. Mostly I normally freeze my cakes, so once I'm done I bring it out and stick my glucose to my cake board. Then I start layering my cakes on top of my cake board. So after doing that, all I do is I reach out for my layers, stack them, then I'm going to coat my cake in my Bluebird whipped cream. Yes, please, I use Bluebird whipped cream for this particular cake. And trust me, the cake got to the venue, we stacked up the cake, and we left it, came home, and it stayed out for hours without it melting. I've been using Bluebird for over a year now, and trust me, it's very good when it comes to your cream cakes, and especially when it comes to long distances, and it's been out of the fridge for long. So we worked on our edges, worked on the sides, then we just smoothen it out once more and just did some final touches. Then we popped this in the fridge and reached out for our bigger cake. That's what we are going to spray or airbrush in our gold design. So we decided to smoothen the sides and add a little bit more cream to it and make sure we have all our edges and all our cake so on point and very straight and very neat. You know how we work with. I don't joke with my sharp edges when it comes to my cream cakes. So I'm just going to finally smoothen out. Then we go on with our scraper. We scrape the whole sides of our cake. Then we work on our edges. We are just going to pop this in the fridge and reach out for our bigger cake layers. So we sandwiched strawberry, vanilla, red velvet, and chocolate for this particular design, or I think grated chocolate. Then with our bigger one, we are going in with about 6 flavors or 7 flavors. I love to make sure my customers are having a feel of all my cake layers, so I give them different flavors so they get to have a feel and taste of every flavors available. So now I'm going to add glucose to the very base again. Then I started with my strawberry cake flavor. Then I reached out for my grated chocolate cake. Then I also sandwiched that. Then added my red velvet cake. I also sandwiched that. Then of course with this one I added a lemon cake to it. Lemon cakes are very nice, especially if you have a good recipe, you are good to go. Then we decided to just smoothen out. Then we reached out for our strawberry again. Then we sandwich that. Then we add in our red velvet. I normally don't add chocolate, especially if it's a base cake. I hardly add chocolate to my base cakes because it's super moist and super soft. Then we have to dowel and make sure we are securing our cake layers together. We have to make sure we are securing our cake layers together with the help of our dowel sticks, or should I say our dowel rod. We make sure we push that in to make sure we secure all the layers together before we finally go in with our smoothing. So you're going to first of all crumb coat our cake with our whipped cream. That's our 6 yummy cake flavors with our whipped cream. Then we go ahead and smoothen the whole sides with our whipped cream. So we are done crumb coating. Crumb coating is very important when it comes to your cake because it also helps prevent the cake crumbs from coming into your main whipped cream. So when you're done crumb coating, then we reach out for our main cream. We're just going to add that to our cake. Then after covering our whole cake with our whipped cream, we are then going to airbrush our gold design. So I mostly use gold dust from Bluebird. Bluebird also have dust in different colors. They have gold dust, they have blue, they have purple, they have pink, they have a lot of dust. I mostly use them for dusting my sugar flowers as well. So I'm just going to smoothen out our cake. We're going to add our cream to the whole cake, then we smoothen that out. Then we reach out for our airbrush. We mix our gold with our edible spirit. It's either you're mixing with your edible spirit or vodka. I mostly mix it with vodka, but if you have edible spirit, you can reach out for edible spirit and mix your gold with it. Then you can start airbrushing your whole cake with your mixed gold dust and edible spirit or vodka. So we're now going to work on the edges and the sides as well. You can whip your cream super stiff. The consistency depends on you. If you prefer working with stiff whipped cream, you can make it very stiff. If you prefer working with lighter whipped cream, you can also make it lighter to your own preference. So we're just going to smoothen out our whole cake. Then we're going to work on our edges. Then we reach out for our airbrush. Then we can start with our whole airbrushing process. Yes, you have to make sure you are airbrushing your cake in a way that you don't end up having your gold being lighter the other shades. You have to make sure your shades and everything are on point. So you can mix enough quantity that you think it's going to be enough for the whole cake you're going to decorate. So you don't end up mixing them in batches, because if you do mix your gold in batches, you're definitely going to get different shades of gold on your cake. So as you see, I just scrape from the edge to the center, edge to the center, edge to the center till I'm done. Then I started with this pump, which didn't really work out for me because I didn't really like the outcome and it was just splashing everywhere, even including the work surface, my cake board and everywhere. So I just reached out for the airbrush and I started gently airbrushing the whole cake. I airbrushed the sides, and in one particular pattern, you have to make sure you are airbrushing the whole surface. Then you keep pouring your mixture, that's your gold with your edible spirit mixture. Vodka is also edible spirit, so that's why I keep mentioning edible spirit. So mix your gold with your edible spirit. I got this gold from Bluebird. I'm just going to airbrush the whole side. You can see we are not done, but the gold is really beautiful and it's standing out. We're just going to keep airbrushing the whole side so we are fully done. Then here is when we're almost done, and here is the whole full cake. So we pushed in our dowels. This time around I'm using dowel pie because of the tiers. I'm going to stack another tier on it and I need the pipe itself. Those skewers are very thin and can't really hold the weight of the cakes on top, so I prefer you using pipe. So you just make sure you get the height, you cut them off, then you push them in gently. So we did the final stacking at the venue. Here I decided to just dowel my cakes before getting to the venue, because there might be pressure and there might be guests coming in, which I wouldn't want them to see me doing all this. So I just pushed in enough dowel pipes. So once we get to the venue, I just lift my other tier and just keep it on top of our cake. I pushed in a lot of dowels. It was more than 10. Yes, it's a 2-tier cream cake. It's an indoor event, but you have to be extra careful and super careful with what you do. So here is us at the venue. We go to the venue. We have to gently lift our cake. So as you see, we lift it up. I decided to use the centered dowel, but later I realized there was still ice in my cake and it wasn't really helping. So I had to gently take it off and just place the cake directly on it. So here we have our 2-tier cake, beautifully stacked. Then I just came in with my gold ribbon. Yes, I said to use ribbon for the base. Then I just cut off the excess when I was done. You know, my people always call me, even when I'm busy, and I attend to calls no matter what. I said to just cut off the excess. Then came our final and beautiful finishing touch. I decided to double the ribbon. We just did that to make it stand out and make it very bold underneath our cake. So here we have our lovely 2-tier cream cake almost ready to adorn with our lovely flowers. These are natural flowers, yes. So it was still in it, how they packaged it, that was how we took it. I arranged it that those are roses and I added some leaves to it. It wanted something very simple and classy and I had to stick to it. It was very soft and fragile. Natural flowers are very complicated to work with, so you have to be super careful, and the more it stays in its packaging rubber, the more soft it becomes. So you have to also know how to preserve it. So I added more leaves. Everything there was natural. So I added more leaves. Then here we have our lovely 2-tier cream cake. I hope you learned something new. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Michael of M.O.D's Catering Services. I have lots and lots and lots of content and tutorials to share. So if you are new here, kindly subscribe and you can share with your friends to also learn. Thank you for watching. Bye.